Good morning. Happy Transformation Thursday. This is the final episode of 2024.
Dang, hey, I don't mean to brag or anything.
Where did the year even go?
Listen, I don't mean to brag or anything, but I did wash my hair today.
What should we expect with
By the way, do you know where that shampoo is made?
No.
I was today years
Portland?
old when I learned it was made in Israel.
Shut up.
That's rude.
That's awesome. It's made in Israel?
Yeah. The shampoo we use is made in Israel.
And that
I give you a link to that's
really
a hemp shampoo. It's nice. I don't even use conditioner no mo.
And it smells
no
really
mo.
great. It smells
I don't
really
even use it no mo. Oh my gosh. I would drop a link to it.
Do you have it? Go find it. Find it. In the meantime, I'll start with announcement.
Let me give you a link to my
Good morning,
shampoo.
everyone.
Good morning.
If you are joining live with us, go ahead and drop a good morning. And that way we can see who you are and where are you from. Okay, Melissa Morgenthaler. What's up, girl?
First thing that I'm going to do is go find this video we're on and share it to the Facebook group.
Yeah. Can we do it where it just automatically shares to the Facebook group?
No longer on this platform. It's rude.
But
it's rude. The truth.
Okay, thanks for doing that.
Yeah, group. We got it.
Great. So while you're doing that and while you're finding the link to, if you want your hair to smell like Aaron's.
Yeah, I'm going to find a link for you guys.
It does smell really great. I do love the feeling after I wash. And it also feels really clean. Remember when we switched from the other shampoo to this shampoo? One of the first things I said is like, wow, I feel like my scalp is clean.
It's not.
It's like it doesn't have like shit in it. So yeah, it's a great shampoo. You should try it if you haven't. It's by Hempworks, and I believe it has Erin will drop her link for that. Okay, so let's begin with some announcements as we are wrapping up the year. So first thing first is last night we hosted a live interactive experience. It was really great to see many of our wonderful community members and clients come together, and really the intention of the live interactive experience was to help you to really set yourself up for success as we head into 2025, because if we fail to plan, we plan to fail. We had a lot of fun. We had some good laughs. We got deeply connected with what means most to us and what our word for the year is going to be for 2025. What is going to happen with the stars.
If you were there, I want to know what your word is. I wasn't there, but I did hear it was freaking awesome.
Yeah. The what's happening with the stars in 2025. We've gotten clear on our vision. We've set our goals going into 2025 and our outcome goals and our also action goals that will help us to get there. We made a very important decision, the commitment decision. And yeah, we also had some cool guests and it was a really fun time. So in the case that you were not there and you would like to check out the recording of it, we will have the recording available until Monday. So if you weren't there and you want to get your hands on the recording, simply drop the word recording in the chat and either Erin, myself, or a member of our team will be able to support you with that. But we got to know that this is something that you want to watch. Okay, so that's that. Other announcement is obviously this is the final espresso for the year. So the next espresso will be in January. We will inform you of January schedule over the next week or so as we're finalizing our calendar for 2025 as well. And also, I know a bunch of us are currently doing this really cool challenge because we're testing this new product, actually 2 new products, and how it helps us to improve our body composition throughout the months of the year where, there's a lot of Christmas cookies and, more alcohol, more fun things. And really the intention around that is to, number one, test the efficacy, two, to have fun, and three, to see if we can get ahead with regards to our goals while having fun during the month of December. And
that's the Fit and Lean Challenge?
That's the Fit and Lean Challenge. And
let me say something real quick. Today I looked at myself in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I've not changed my nutrition. If anything, I'm actually eating more. And I looked at myself in the mirror today expecting to see one thing, and I saw something else, and I was like, huh. And I felt like I was leaner.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't expecting it. So that's where I was like, I've been only taking them for like a week.
Not even a week. We started on Friday.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not even a week. So I'm like, oh, that's very promising. We'll see what happens over the next few weeks. But anyways.
Yeah. So I am feeling something pretty similar too. It's like, when you're used to seeing yourself every single day, and now we're like wearing like crop pants instead of shorts. And it's like, where some things hang over a little bit. And it's like,
where the hangovers are.
Yeah. Like those frustrating little, that's how I call it. It's like there.
Like no matter how much you have, it's like, as long as the clothes are tight enough, you're like, oh, I know where my little areas are.
Yeah. So my I feel like it's getting tighter. So I'm really excited. Like we had a family call for those of us who, I think there's like 40 of us right now. We're doing the first round of this challenge while testing these products. And
by the way, there's another round coming. So
yeah. And on average, the results that we've seen so far is that people are dropping about 1/2 inch and 2 pounds per week. And that is during holiday weeks. So we are hosting a celebration call just to celebrate everyone who did the challenge and to really see what their final results are. And if you are,
it's a celebration and a friends and family call.
Yeah. So if you know that you might have a potential interest in joining another round that we're going to be doing next month, and or you just want to celebrate some fellow, friends and family members, then please just go ahead and click on that link and register for the call that we'll be holding on Monday, the 30th. Okay. To really see what it's about. And yeah, I'm excited to hear about those of us who are doing it. Like we have a Facebook Messenger group and like people are winning. So it's really, really cool. Okay. Before we get into today's topic, we figured today's topic is going to be something just very fun, where we're sharing a little bit more of our lives, of how we're planning on having fun this holiday. And we're only going to give out so much information.
Girls just want to have fun. Girls just want to have fun.
And really let you into our world. But before that, 2024 has been a big year in the sense that it was a year of like a new era in ES Army and where we're headed together as a community and as a mission. And I think it's really important, to kind of like smell the roses, see what we created this year before, we go into next year. So you wanna share, or you want me to share a little bit of what was created in ES Army House in 2024?
Oh, that's what we're doing. I thought that's how we're doing for the holidays.
Yeah, we are. But I want to do like a year in review. What?
If I don't need to remember things from yesterday and keep them in my brain, they go away.
Okay. All right. So I will do it.
Do you know my review? You know what I know? I grew a shit ton. I know that.
The beneath the surface growth.
I know that.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many things that honestly, I'm like, what happened in the last week?
I would love to know from you guys who are here with us, what are like the top 3 memories that come up for you from this past year?
Ooh, I can say the first 3 that come to mind.
Okay, great.
When we
So
went
we'll
to
do a year of
Greece.
that was in
Oh,
2023.
shit, you see?
Last week, last year, it's all the same. And Aaron's world when we went to Greece. Tell us about Greece.
Listen, right now I'm reading a book that's called The Power of Now. And I'm literally like, guess what? I don't know that time, that moment, those moments, they don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
They don't exist anymore. They'll never exist again. So why do I need to store them?
Yeah.
It takes up brain space.
Yeah.
However.
Tell us.
However.
What are your 3 most powerful moments from this year?
Well, honestly, and apparently, I'm not even sure if they happened this year. But okay, how about this? Like, I would say that the top lesson that comes to my mind first.
Top lesson? Okay.
Top lesson.
Tell us top lesson.
I'll say is to think twice before I engage in activities and things that I'm choosing to engage in for the purpose of somebody else's happiness.
Mm-hmm. You've gained wisdom in that, like in multiple ways this year.
To be honest and real with myself and what I want. And I'm not a pretender by any means, but I do believe that we do things unconsciously, out of habit, out of pattern, out of stories we've created from our past and brought them with us. And I think there were some times where I stayed in an environment I didn't want to be in because I thought that's what that's what's socially acceptable. Mm-hmm. That's what's, because if I don't, people might think this or that about me. Mm-hmm. And when I've operated from that place, I'm operating out of people pleasing. People pleasing and fear of judgment. But the reality is, the only judgment that really makes a difference in the now is your own.
That's good.
I think that is a valuable thing that I've learned over the last year. It's called authenticity. But sometimes we're inauthentic because we are unconscious of our inauthenticity. We think we're being real, but let me tell you something. If something doesn't feel good in your body, in your gut, there's the reason it's called your second brain. I don't know if that's why. I don't think it thinks for you. But anyways, if you feel something in your gut and you ignore it, you're going against your own, you're going against your own wisdom. So, yeah.
Yeah.
You tell me, what did we do in 2020? What are we in? 2024 or 2023?
We're in 2026.
2029. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So this year, it's been like almost 7 years in the making. I remember when we were still personal trainers.
Of ES?
Yeah. Well, before ES existed, when we were personal trainers, one morning you woke up at 2 a.m. and you drew on multiple sheets of paper a crazy idea of the Modi Noti.
Modi Noti.
The Modi Noti back then.
Yeah, the motivational notification. And the Modi Noti.
At the time, we didn't have all of the systems that we created in terms of how we teach principles to, like transform ourselves 360.
I bet you those papers are some in a file in the pod.
Totally.
In one of those bins.
Yeah. So this year, at the start of the year, something big happened. We went into launching an app, and we're currently in the 3rd phase of development. For those of you guys who are a part of the $1 Million Body Society, go ahead and drop MDBS. Be on the lookout for an email next week because the newest version of the app is dropping on January 3rd. And let me tell you something.
Tell us.
You better be excited for it because it's going to be amazing. Okay. So yeah, with that, we went through some unexpected
Bumpies.
bumps, downturns. It's like we had a vision, and at first we were on this platform, and then we realized that it didn't have the capabilities, and then we realized that the person who was helping us didn't have the capabilities, and then we found the right person, and now they're helping us. And yeah, the next version is about to drop.
Drop it like it's hot.
On January 3rd, 2025. So it's going to be super exciting. In the case that you don't know what the $1 Million Body Society is all about, that's basically customized lifestyle programming to help you pursue your greatness. You can simply go to erinandsarit.com/membership and you can find out more about that. So that's one thing that happened this year at Tia's house. The other thing that happened that was just such a great experience is the live event last month.
Yes,
that was an absolute game changer. And for those of you guys who were there, it was so good to see you guys. I would say those are like the top.
I remember I did a cannonball this year.
To the pool with Laura Molina, right?
No, by myself.
Oh, you did by yourself? Okay.
I just splashed y'all.
Yeah, you're good at that. I would love to know, what are the top things that have happened for you this year? Carrie, I see, dealing with loss, moving forward, and becoming more self-focused. Yes, Queen. So good. What about the rest of you guys? Would love to know. Go ahead, drop it in the chat. Okay. Yeah. Okay, want to talk about what are we doing for the holidays?
Yeah, I was in the shower this morning. You know what I thought about? I said,
I always have great thoughts in the shower is what you thought about.
Yeah, wait till you hear this great one. I said, I'm going to eat some fun stuff.
Yeah, which ones?
I don't know yet. I have in my mind what there could potentially be. Like almond roca.
I know, I'm excited about that.
That homemade.
Yeah.
That almond roca on a sheet pan that just gets broken into pieces.
And let me tell you something about chocolate for all of my chocolate people. You know what is the best thing about chocolate? When it is not measured in the form of like perfect cubes.
Oh yeah.
Because then the pieces can be uneven.
You know the almond roca that comes in like the perfect little turds, little turd rolls. No. You know almond roca, right? And you peel open the aluminum, and then it's like a little turd.
No, remember I didn't grow up eating that.
I know, but you've never even seen them here?
No, the only one I've ever had was your mom.
Somebody take a picture of one of those almond roca perfectly round turds and put it on the Facebook.
Yeah, and tag me.
Actually, watch. I'll find it. But almond roca is one.
Okay, what's the other?
I don't know what else. Like, look, it's got to be really worth it. It's got to be really worth it. And
don't they have salt and straw in Portland?
They do have salt and straw.
Let's go salt and straw.
Ice cream. Yeah, I don't know. I'm leaving room though for, some treats. But the thing is, this is about like, okay, staying on track during the holidays, keeping yourself in check. One thing that I think about all the time is like, today is today.
Gonna say the same thing.
Okay, but one thing that I really do think about is if I want some kind of food that is not gonna, be something that I would eat regularly. It's not particularly healthy, but it's, like a YOLO moment. It's like I'm going to think it through first. I'm not going to feel bad about it when I do it because I know that I'm also going to get back on track. Yesterday, I was in a situation where on a Wednesday afternoon, there were people around me who just started taking shots of tequila on a Wednesday afternoon at 3, which totally fine. People can do whatever they want to. In my head, I was like, man, I'm so glad that I'm the person that I am today, because me being in that environment, the me of like, 10 years ago would have been like, yeah. And then I just probably would have screwed the rest of my entire week. Not only from a nutrition standpoint, but like, not doing anything productive with my time and space.
Because you know that if you're taking shots at 3 p.m., you're for sure having like a massive hearty sandwich for dinner or like a pizza.
Who knows? But that's what Sarit would do, we know now. So anyways, I feel so grateful that I've practiced what I've practiced, healthy eating habits, to where I actually am a little bit repulsed by some of the things that I used to eat if I were to just have them on a regular basis. Like, I don't remember the last time I had a candy bar, even a Reese's peanut butter cups. Like, I'll have the cleaner version of it, but like just a full on Reese's peanut butter cups, M&Ms, candy bar, like licorice, any type of candy that I used to eat, I'd be like, it's not even worth it. I would just eat it because, but it's like the longer you go not having those things, the less you actually care about them, which is amazing, because I have no temptation to eat any kind of candy bar unless it is just like a chocolate, right? And I'm having like a couple of pieces of it. And I don't even do that every week, So keeping on track and thinking about every single day as another day to accumulate momentum and habit towards the life you're creating as a healthy individual. So I asked myself, do I really want to have this right now and slow down my momentum? Is it worth slowing down my momentum? Now, that's for where most of y'all are going to be at right now. For me, having something like that wouldn't slow down my momentum. I'm like a freight train right now when it comes to like health and fitness. Try to get me to stop working out. Try to get me to stop eating healthy. Even though like I'm a bit more lenient than you. Like, I love Siete chips. I will have, like, I'll typically have more alcohol than Sarit does.
Even though you haven't had alcohol in almost 2 months, right?
Probably a few weeks.
Yeah.
A few weeks. But anyways, it's still never like just trashy, So planning ahead, making sure that it's worth it. Like, if it's like I am going to kind of slow down my momentum or, sidestep a little bit, is it worth it? Like, is it truly worth it? Not just for the 3 seconds it's in your mouth and then you swallow it, but like, was the experience worth it? So that's the other thing is, am I just eating to eat? Am I just eating this pumpkin pie just because it's here? Or am I having an experience with people? Is there something special about the pumpkin pie that's like super rare? Is your grandma's and like she only makes it once a year and it's like, oh my God, to die for, and you're, socializing with people,
it's like
right?
a 10 in terms of uniqueness or significance to you.
Yeah, like salt and straw.
Right.
Rarely do we eat ice cream, let alone like one of the greatest, funnest ice creams that we don't have access to.
I've never had it.
You've never had it?
No. I never lived there. And then...
You've been there?
No. They opened one in San Diego right when we left San Diego. Right.
But they've had salt and straw in Oregon. I mean...
In Nashville.
Oh my gosh. I don't think my mom watches this anyways. Okay. So, anywho, planning ahead for it, making sure that it's worth it, not just for the 3 seconds it's in your mouth, that it's experience, that it's unique, that it's like whatever qualifies it as worth it to you. And it does not count if it's simply the activity of eating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I'm excited about. I was telling Erin that last night, and hear me out on this, because really what's underneath it is growth. What I'm excited for is space to just be, with no urgency, no rushing to be anywhere at any meeting or another appointment. Ever since we started ES back in 2018, there has been no holiday season where I didn't work and I wasn't in front of the computer. And it is not because I don't love to work. I'm extremely blessed to work. It is not because I am not committed. Hold on. It's not because I'm not committed. It is because I created systems in my life around my priorities in order for me to create space for what matters. Family at this point in my life is equally as important, and just connection as work is. Before, it was all work, everything else gets put by the wayside. Guess what? I don't believe that that is abundant. So literally for the entire week next week, I will not be working. And it's been literally 6 years.
I don't even know what that's like.
I don't either. I don't.
What are you going to do?
I'm still going to read and stuff like that.
What are you going to do with your whole life?
Eat a bunch of ice cream. Just kidding. No way. No way. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Eat bread and desserts and just get all fat and sassy.
That's why we're doing the Fit and Lean challenge.
Soup.
Stop it. By the way, I believe that soup is not a meal. Like sometimes I hear when people say, I'm having soup for dinner. I'm like, dude, soup is such an appetizer.
What if it's chicken?
I'm having water for lunch. Okay. What if it's chicken? Yeah.
What if it's hearty though?
Still.
What if it has everything? Protein, carbs, and fat.
Yeah,
Why
like the Yom
Kippur
Kippur meal. It can be a meal, but it's just, I don't know.
Okay, ma'am. So you're having a special idea of what everybody's soup is like, and that it's not per your standards for a meal?
Well, it's not a standard thing. It's just a preference thing.
An opinion. Okay.
Let's go out on a date so we can have a soup.
Let's have a soup.
A miso. Not.
Have a miso.
Oh, miso is a great appetizer. Yeah, what about you guys? Like, what are you excited about going into the holidays? I'd love to know. I am going to be so refreshed and inspired. I'm going to have the best ideas, Brandy. Just wait.
Just you wait and see.
Just wait. What are you guys most excited about going into the holidays? Go ahead and drop it below.
I'm excited. Just like traveling. We're going to go up and see L-Dub. We didn't say that.
On Saturday.
We're taking the dogs and we're driving up to Missouri.
Dogs are going to be on vacation with her.
We're driving up to Missouri. That's fun. I'm excited about that. And it's like just adventure, like I love this time of year because it's cozy, it's joyful. I feel like people are in a little bit better of a mood, which is kind of weird because it's like when you love your spouse on Valentine's Day, like it's kind of weird. But not all the other days. So I get excited about that. I love Christmas tree lights. I love all the decorations. I love fireplaces and coziness.
You know what I love too? I love it when it gets dark at 4 p.m.
Do you remember when
it's like a secret obsession of mine to be up when it's dark.
The last
but
time?
Either early in the evening or early in the morning, not late at night. What? The last time?
The last time we went to Oregon for Christmas in
2017.
2017. And you remember when we got a dozen donuts
I do remember that.
and we just smashed them?
I totally did. And then we sat
We
on
got
the
a
couch.
dozen donuts and we smashed them. This is Aaron and Sarit from 2017.
Yeah.
All right. We've upgraded since then.
Yeah.
We were actually fit.
It would
We
make
were still very fit, healthy.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
mean, but I couldn't imagine myself doing that now.
Mm-mm.
I'd be like, I'd get one or two.
I would feel like absolute garbage for the rest of the week if I did that.
I feel like we did feel like garbage. I also would eat those peanut butter
My
pretzels.
joints would literally crack probably like every. It's like, yeah, like my joints would like absolutely hate me. Like my shoulder will be bulging, not because of my traps, but because of my inflammation. What happened?
Bro, how'd your shoulders
Your
get
shoulder
so
is
big?
as big as your head. Yeah, I ate donuts and I got inflamed for like a week. No, thank you.
Yeah. All right. Looking forward to spending more time with my great niece, Ivy, and other family.
You really love her, Sherlyn. I hear you talking about her a lot. That's very sweet.
Looking forward to family get together and watching everyone open presents.
Presents. Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. Is there anything else you want to share?
No, what would you say? I mean, what would you say for them to know what they're going to enjoy and what, like, you know, like when we travel or when we're not in our environment, like what are some of the absolutely must have or must do activities or things to have with you so that you know you can stay on track?
Yeah, let's get right to it. So, can you pull up the page aaronandsir.com/supplements? Absolutely must-haves. Listen, one thing that happens when we travel, and it also depends on where we travel. So like for us, both of our families, it's like travel days either going to take an entire day or 2 days. So the travels are long, and normally days like that are days where vegetable consumption is much lower, as well as hydration is going to be a lot more complicated. So making sure that we're hydrated and our nutrition is on point is an absolutely non-negotiable. So I'm going to share with you my daily supplement protocol that I would encourage all of you guys to have as part of your lifestyle if you're not already taking it, and if you know that you want to live a long, healthy, pain-free life. So you can literally find everything that we take, by the way, by going to aaronandstreet.com/supplements. So when I wake up every single morning, I start my day with the omega D3, which you can see on the right.
Right here?
Yep, omega D3 with the essential.
Right here?
Yeah.
Anti-aging.
Which is anti-aging. And with the immune boost, especially during travels, like it is so, and when we're in high altitude, it's so easy to get sick. So I start my day that way every single day, regardless, and chug a bottle of water, whether it's 5 a.m., 3 a.m., or 2 a.m. Also, after I chug a bottle of water, I actually take my supplements with a scoop of greens. So, we love the Boost greens because it tastes and it smells amazing. Not all of them do. So this is literally how I start my day because I want to front load my hydration and I want to front load my nutrients. Okay. And for the plane, where's the hydra? For the plane, I make sure, depending on how long the travel day is, to bring with me 1 to 2 hydros, because You can drink water, and both Erin and I, each of us, we drink at least 100 ounces per day. But the amount of water that you drink and the amount of water that actually gets absorbed is a completely different conversation. And when you're in high altitude, the likelihood of the absorption and of the water is going to be lower regardless. And that's why, like, I don't know if you ever notice, if you've been on a long flight or just on travel days, like, you feel like your skin is dry, you feel like your mouth is dry. It's just because water is being pulled out of our cells because of the conditions on the plane and high altitude. So for the plane, what we do is we actually, how did we call the, like, when we pack our blender bottles?
Snack pack.
Oh, we call it the snack pack. Right. So we have like a snack pack with a hydro, go back to the page, with 1 to 2 scoops of protein powder. We just put it in a Ziploc bag. My
Hydro protein powder.
So
this
can
is
choose.
This is our favorite right now, the plant-based.
Yeah, the body melt one. It's great. I would encourage you to get the chocolate if you're vanilla. I haven't.
Why did it take us here?
If you're a vanilla person, you can try vanilla. I personally haven't tried it because chocolate is just so much better. And if you don't want to try that, I would say number 2 that I would encourage is the plant protein and greens. And the reason is because you're getting another scoop of greens, right? So a lot of times what you're going to see is that airport has the shittiest foods. And depending on the
airport.
Most airports either have shitty or really shitty foods. And then some of like the nicer airports, like I remember when we went to Austin's airport, it was like so nice. You can actually find clean food. But just because there is no or very limited clean food in an airport doesn't mean that you can't get your nutrients in. So normally it's like when Erin and I, we get food in an airport, unless there's like a, legit like clean salad with some kind of like, lean protein and maybe like quinoa or stuff like that. What we would normally do is we'll just get like some kind of simple protein, like hard-boiled eggs or like things like that.
Protein pancakes.
Oh, yeah. Erin makes protein pancakes.
They travel amazing.
Because it's non-perishable, and we get our basically vegetables from powder. It is not ideal, but...
It's perishable. What do you think? I'm eating cardboard?
Well, in the sense that if you were
travels
to put
well.
It travels
well. It doesn't have to be like refrigerated for,
It's not like lettuce where...
Or
if it's,
chicken.
Yeah, or chicken, where it's like, if you put it in a car in Florida for more than an hour, it's going to go bad. Like pancakes, put in a car in Florida for a day, and you can still eat it for breakfast the next day.
I don't know. Have you tried it?
No.
I don't want to try it.
Nope, haven't tried it. That's why
like
we no longer live in Florida.
All right.
So yeah, that's really what it comes down to. And then when we get to our destination, before we get to bed, we make sure to have a really good meal and then go night-night. Something that I personally really like to do before I travel is I like to get my workout in, regardless of how early my flight is. Like there have been days where, let's say a flight is at 6 a.m. and I would literally like hop on the ski erg for 45 minutes just to move so that I wouldn't have to think about it later. Because something that I realized, regardless of where I'm at in my discipline, is that the longer I delay my time in which I work out, the less likely I am to do it. You know what I mean? And also, like, when I get to my destination, it's like I want to hang out with people. Like, I don't, oh, sorry, everyone, hold up. I want to do my workout first. You know what I mean? It's like, get it out of the way. Don't have to think about it. And then get some really good sleep.
Okay, so you talked about things. I'm going to talk about habits. The one thing I would say, if you're traveling, if you're outside of your environment, do your best to keep some kind of morning routine. It doesn't have to look the way that it will look, all the other times of the year, but plan it ahead. Like, what is my morning going to look like? That way, when you wake up, you're like, okay, you still feel accomplished. You still feel productive. You still feel like you took care of yourself because you're like, I did X, Y, Z, boom, boom, boom. I can make sure I got it. If you normally read, making a time to read, if you're taking your vitamins, if you work out, working out, like in making sure that there is some kind of rhythm that is you're familiar with. And then, okay, some whatever, on some of the mornings, like I know Christmas morning or maybe like the night before, I'm just going to wake up in la la la. Like, I don't care. I don't give a shit.
La la la.
Like, I'm going to be in la la land.
La 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 away.
However, I'm not going to do that for multiple consecutive days, only because I want to keep the mind frame of I have a rhythm. I have, structure, so that, it's like people get back from vacation or they get back from the holidays and they're like back to reality, whatever that means. And it takes like another week and a half to 2 weeks or a month to like readjust. You're like, oh, now I'm back in the flow of things, and it takes forever. So I would just say, do your best to stay with some kind of routine.
That's really good. And I just want to add 2 more things before we wrap this up. And I would say something that's really important, especially because it's 2 holidays back to back. It's Christmas going into New Year's. And, like for those of us who are Jewish like me, actually this year, Hanukkah lands right on Christmas, right? So like, depending on your family dynamics, you could have like a multiple day back to back to back to back holiday. My encouragement to you is, just because it's a holiday, don't like compromise your lifestyle, your routine, and your nutrition by saying, oh yeah, it's a holiday. Because like, I'll tell you, like in Hanukkah is the holiday of the oil. So the tradition is to eat fried stuff. And that's why like donuts are like a really big thing and around Hanukkah. But it's like, if I plan on having, let's say, something sweet, I'm going to do it one day and then and then I'm done. I'm done, because this is when the slope can get really slippery, and also knowing what sugar does to our minds, because it's so addictive. It's easy to say, oh yeah, like I'll start January 2nd. But then let's be honest, January 2nd is a Thursday this year, which means that it's right before the weekend. So that can go like all the way to the weekend. And then it's like, oh yeah, I'll start January 6th. And then it's like, we're already six days into the year. So my encouragement to you is, as you're, like Erin said, morning routine is crucial. If you know that you're planning on basically going outside of the routine, out of your routine in terms of like nutrition, workouts, don't let it be more than 24 hours before you bounce back. Because as soon as the 48-hour mark hits, you're now creating more resistance. And a body at rest wants to stay at rest. The more you eat sugar, the more you want to eat sugar. And that's the reality of it. By the way, girl, your hair looks fly now that it dried out. If you should put espresso on fast speed and see what happens to Erin's hair. Just watch it for like Erin's hair.
Hey.
What was the post that my sister-in-law made? What did she say? Oh, bitch, please.
Bitch, please.
Bitch, please. She was like feeling herself, and like the caption is, bitch, please.
All right, that's it for today, party animals. That's it for 2024. Woo!
That being said, you guys, wishing you very happy holidays, and we will see you in January. Bye.
See ya.